Pajama Bible Stories, Pajama Bible Stories, Pajama Bible Stories. Yeah. You're probably sick of hearing me sing that, and I had a great idea. So on Sunday, a couple of the kids at church were singing it to me, and they sounded so much better than me. So I thought, what if you film yourself singing that song, send it to us, and I will feature it in our next episode or in future episodes. Sound like a good idea? That way they don't have to hear me anymore, and they can do it. Sound good?
Yeah, different people can do it.
Different people can do the intro. I don't have to do the intro. You do the intro. Well, I'm Father Nick, and I'm here with my kids.
Goldie.
And?
Lenny.
And we're also here with our more and more stuffed animals keep showing up. We got Armando the armadillo. We found her. Sprinkles the gold and white. Oh, we found him. Sprinkles the gold and white zebra. And then you named our other animals from last week. Waves and Francine Frango the flamingo. But we got new animals here with us, so we need you to name our doggy
And a rattlesnake.
A rattlesnake. Well, it's for the okay. So let's get started. After Adam and Eve got kicked out of the garden, each generation got further and further and further away from God, and they got worse and worse, and they did horrible things to each other, and they didn't love God. And it got so bad that only one family, one good family, remained. The rest of the families, the rest of the people were terrible. They're terrible all around. So God said, look at our world. Look what they're doing. They hate each other. They're doing awful things. So we need to start over. And they waited until there was only one family left. And that family was Noah's family. And they said to Noah, Noah, build an ark. What's an ark? What's an ark?
Boat. Big boat.
Big boat. A big boat, right?
Big wood boat.
Oh yeah, oh, much bigger. And
Big enough to hold two of every animal.
kind of, yeah, not just two of every animal. So God told Noah to get every land animal, and he should get 2 of every unclean animal and 7 of every clean animal onto the ark. And bring on your family too, because there's gonna be a flood. And the flood's gonna wipe out the entire world except for whatever is on the ark. Okay?
I thought fish could swim it.
Well, that's why I said land animals. Good point. But you brought in all the land animals or anything that, or flying animals, birds and stuff like that. So they brought them onto the ark, and it rained. How long did it rain for?
40 days, 40 nights.
40 days and 40 nights.
Okay.
It rained and it rained. Yeah. It rained and it rained and it rained. Right? And then, and it wiped out the entire earth, and the boat sat there on the water. And then was it over? Did it land on land? Mm-mm. It sat there for a long time. It sat there for a long time until finally Noah sent out a wrong. He sent out a raven. The first bird he sent out was a raven. And then the raven, what did the raven do?
He went to look for land and saw nothing.
He went to look for land and saw nothing. So he came back. So then Noah sent out a dove. Then he sent out a dove. And the dove came back with something in its mouth, you know?
Olive branch.
An olive branch. Came back with an olive branch in its mouth. Means that there had been some growth. And then he sent the dove out a third time, or a bird out a third time, his dove. And it never came back. It landed and was able to live on wherever it landed. And then, only then, were they allowed to get out of the ark once the water had subsided. But when the water had subsided, you know how long they were on the ark for? It wasn't just 40 days and 40 nights.
What?
Almost a year they were on that ark. How about that? That's a long time.
Yeah.
And then they were able to get out, and a rainbow went over the ark. And that was God's promise. It was like a tunnel. It was God's promise to humanity that he would never flood the earth and destroy it again. Here's what you need to know. 1, that God wanted the world to succeed so badly that he waited until there was just one family left that was good and righteous. And that's when he decided to flood. Because if he hadn't flooded, and if he didn't save this one family, they would have been gobbled up by the evil of the world or even killed. And if that had happened, then Christ would never have been able to come into this world because there would never have been anyone good enough, like the Theotokos, to allow Christ to enter into this world. All right. 2, that even though so many people died in the flood, God had them in mind that by going through these channels, Christ could come into the world. And then when Christ died on the cross, he went down into Hades, and 1 Peter says he went even to the people of the flood, and he preached to them and pulled them out of Hades. So it was even to their salvation that the flood happened. He didn't forget them. So had he not flooded the earth, Christ could not have come back and even saved them. All right? And lastly, the rainbow. That is what we see in the sky. It's not just it's not a beautiful like bow that you put on a present. It was God's like bow and arrow. It was a weapon of destruction, and God put it down. He put it down and said, I'm not going to do this again. All right? And that's what the rainbow symbolizes, because God loves us, and he had this plan for us from the beginning that Christ would come and save all of us. And this flood had to happen in order for that to happen and save even those who perished in the flood. All right? Awesome. So, we hope you have a great week. Remember to name our animals, ask questions, like, subscribe. All right, we'll see you next week, Thursday, same time, same place. Blessings, crosses. See ya.